What if I told you that you're standing on the edge of a life-changing transformation? Every challenge you faced, every tear you've shed, and every battle you fought were not in vain. They were preparing you for this very moment. If you are watching this right now, it is not a coincidence. The hand of God has led you here. This message is for the chosen ones, the ones who have endured the storm, the ones who have held on to faith even when everything seemed to fall apart. You've been tested, refined, and prepared. Now is your time. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Your breakthrough is much closer than you think. The blessings you've prayed for, the financial freedom you've longed for, the peace and joy you've been craving, they are already on their way. The doors that were once locked are about to swing wide open. The chains that held you back are about to be broken. The struggle was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you for the overflow that is coming. But before we go any further, I need you to do something powerful right now. Take a moment and declare your readiness. Type 777 in the comments below as a sign that you're stepping into alignment with God's divine plan. This is not just a number. This is a spiritual confirmation, a declaration that you are ready to receive the abundance that heaven has stored up for you. And while you're here, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and stay until the very end, because those who endure will witness the fulfillment of this message in their lives. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. Luke 6 verse 38. Now take a deep breath. Feel the shift in the atmosphere, because your time has come. Let's begin. There comes a time when everything shifts. When struggle transforms into abundance. When the weight of waiting is lifted, and when what once seemed impossible becomes reality. You are standing at the threshold of that moment. Every step you've taken, every hardship you've endured, every night you spent wondering if the breakthrough would ever come, it was all leading to this. The tide is turning. What once felt like an uphill battle will now become a season of overflow. Think of Joseph. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, falsely accused, imprisoned for years. If anyone had had the right to believe life was unfair, it was him. But through it all, God was setting him up for something greater. In a single moment, he was pulled from prison and placed in the palace. The years of suffering were not wasted. They were positioning him for his divine purpose. And when his breakthrough came, it didn't trickle in, it flooded in. That is what's coming for you. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does he withhold from those whose walk is blameless. Psalm 84:11. This is not just about financial gain. Yes, wealth will flow to you. But this is about something far deeper. Peace that surpasses understanding. Joy that cannot be stolen. Opportunities so perfectly aligned that you will stand in awe at how every detail falls into place. God has been aligning everything to bring you into a season where you will no longer strive, but thrive. It is easy to look back at your past and wonder why the trials were necessary. The sleepless nights, the heartbreaks, the disappointments. It all seemed like too much. But here is the truth. Every struggle was a setup, not a setback. Just as fire refines gold, your trials have refined you, making you stronger and more resilient. Without them, you wouldn't have the wisdom, resilience, or strength you carry today. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. The foundation has been laid, and now the reward is on its way. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. Psalm 126:1-2. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust me, the divine blueprint for your life is unfolding. The very things you once prayed for are coming into existence. The dreams you thought were out of reach are now drawing near. This is the moment where everything aligns, where your unique gifts, passions, and purpose intersect to create limitless abundance. This is not luck, this is divine orchestration. Every door that once remained shut is about to swing open. The time of waiting has passed. The time of receiving is here. I know it's hard to trust when nothing has seemed to go your way for so long. It's hard to believe when all you've seen is delay after delay, setback after setback. But hear me, God does not delay without reason. His timing is never off, never late. What's coming will be greater than anything you could have imagined, and when it arrives, you will know why the waiting was necessary. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him. 1 Corinthians 2:9. Trust. Such a simple word, yet one of the most difficult things to do when life doesn't seem to go our way. When you're waiting for a breakthrough, when the doors remain closed, when delays seem endless, it's easy to wonder if anything is really happening at all. But here's the truth, things are moving in your favor, even when you can't see them. Just like the roots of a tree grow deep beneath the soil long before its branches touch the sky, your abundance is taking shape behind the scenes. There is no randomness in the divine plan. Nothing happens by accident. Every delay, every setback, every closed door has been intentional, positioning you for something greater. Financial prosperity is not a matter of if, but when. The money, the opportunities, the freedom, it's already aligning for you. The only thing standing between you and the breakthrough is timing. Think about the story of Abraham. God promised him descendants as numerous as the stars, yet years pass, and still he and Sarah had no child. It would have been easy to lose faith, to believe the promise would never come. But the delay was not a denial. God was preparing them for something beyond human understanding. And then when Isaac was finally born, it became clear, God's timing is always perfect. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Habakkuk 2:3. You are no different. What you are waiting for is already yours, but it is coming in divine timing. The very obstacles that feel like roadblocks are actually stepping stones, preparing you for the level of success you're about to step into. Look at the most successful people in the world. Behind every great achievement is a story of trials, failures, and lessons learned. They didn't rise by avoiding struggles. They rose because they embraced them, grew from them, and used them to propel themselves forward. So when you face another challenge, don't see it as a sign that things aren't working. See it as a sign that you are being strengthened. Every hardship is a lesson. Every delay is a redirection towards something even greater. You are being built for something beyond what you can imagine, and when the moment arrives, you will look back and understand why it had to happen this way. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. James 1:4. Patience is not passive. It is one of the most powerful tools in your journey to abundance. Just like a seed does not sprout the moment it is planted, prosperity takes time to grow. The right conditions must be met, the roots must take hold, and only then will the bloom appear. Your abundance is no different. It is growing, it is maturing, and when the time is right, it will blossom in ways that will leave you in awe. Trust the process. Keep your faith strong. Every moment of waiting is bringing you closer to the wealth, success, and happiness that you were destined for. The best is yet to come, and when it arrives, you will realize that it was always worth the wait. Close your eyes for a moment, and imagine a life where money flows effortlessly, like a river that never runs dry. A life where you no longer wake up with the weight of financial stress, where bills are paid with ease, and where debt is a thing of the past. No more second-guessing every purchase, no more sleepless nights worrying about what's next. Instead, you live in overflow, knowing that wealth is not just a fleeting moment, but a permanent state of being. This is the new reality you're stepping into. The days of struggle are behind you. The cycle of lack, of just getting by, of barely making ends meet, it's coming to an end. You're entering a new season, one where their abundance is your natural state. You've put in the work, fought through the trials, endured seasons of drought, and now it's time to reap the harvest. Financial freedom isn't a distant dream, it's your destiny. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Deuteronomy 28:8. But what does true financial freedom look like? It's not about reckless spending, nor is it about hoarding wealth out of fear. It is about living with peace, knowing that you are fully provided for. It's about traveling where your heart desires, investing in the things that matter, and blessing others without hesitation. Imagine booking that flight without checking your bank balance, buying the home you've always envisioned, or giving generously without second-guessing if you can afford it. This is the life that awaits you, the life you were meant to live. Look at King Solomon, a man who did not chase wealth, yet it was given to him in abundance beyond measure. When he asked God for wisdom instead of riches, God responded, "And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days." 1 Kings 3 verse 13. Solomon understood a secret that most never realize. Money is meant to flow, not be chased. When you align yourself with wisdom, purpose, and divine timing, wealth begins to seek you out. Money is not meant to be a source of stress or fear. It is simply a tool that allows you to live out your purpose. The moment you stop chasing it and start allowing it to flow, it will pour into your life effortlessly. You don't have to force what is already yours. Just as a tree doesn't chase the rain, but allows it to nourish its roots, you too must learn to trust the flow of financial abundance. The opportunities, the resources, the connections, they are already being lined up for you. All you need to do is step into alignment, receive with gratitude, and use what is given to expand, bless, and build the life you've always envisioned. The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22. The floodgates are opening. You are stepping into a world of endless possibilities, where financial freedom is no longer a struggle, but a reality. Money will no longer be something you fear or fight for. It will be something that serves you, empowers you, and fuels your purpose. This is not just a shift in your bank account. It is a shift in your mindset, in your spirit, in your entire way of living. Wealth is not meant to be chased. It is not something to be begged for or grasped at desperately. Rather, it is something that flows naturally to those aligned with divine purpose. Wealth is a current, a river of divine provision that has always existed, flowing steadily toward those who are ready to receive it. The more you open yourself to it, the more it finds you. But when you resist, when you live in fear, doubt, or a mindset of scarcity, you disrupt that natural flow. Imagine standing in a river. Instead of letting the water move around you, guiding you effortlessly downstream, you fight against it, reaching out, grasping at it with clenched fists, trying to hold on to something that was never meant to be held, only experienced. This is how many people approach wealth. They chase it. They fear losing it. They believe it is something limited, something that comes with struggle and stress. But wealth was never meant to be a burden. It was always meant to be a blessing. For too long, you may have felt like you were climbing an endless hill, working harder, trying more, yet never quite reaching the peak. But that struggle is not your destiny. A shift is happening, a transformation that is changing the way you experience abundance. The days of financial stress, of constantly feeling like you are one step behind, are coming to an end. Instead of struggling, you will soon find yourself in a season of overflow. Doors that once seemed locked are about to swing open. Money will come to you in ways you never expected, not because you are chasing it, but because you are aligned with it. Wealth, opportunities, financial freedom, these are not things you must run after. They are things that will naturally be drawn to you when you are in the right mindset, when you are in tune with the divine rhythm of abundance. Think about the story of Peter in the Bible. One night, after fishing for hours, he had caught nothing. Exhausted and discouraged, he was ready to give up. But then Jesus told him, "Cast your net on the right side of the boat." It made no sense. He had been fishing in the same waters all night. But the moment he obeyed, the nets filled with so many fish that they began to break. The lesson here is powerful. Peter did not have to work harder. He did not have to move to a new location. All he had to do was align himself with divine instruction, and in that moment, lack turned into overflow. That is what is happening in your life. You are shifting from toil to effortless abundance, from fear to confidence, from uncertainty to unshakable faith. There is a divine order to wealth. It is not meant to be hoarded, nor is it meant to be feared. Money is simply a tool, a resource given to those who are ready to use it with wisdom and purpose. The moment you stop seeing it as something scarce, something difficult to obtain, and start seeing it as something that naturally flows into your life, everything changes. There is a reason the wealthiest people are not always the ones who work the hardest. It is not about effort alone, it is about alignment. When your mindset, your energy, and your faith are in tune with prosperity, money becomes a byproduct of who you are, not something you're constantly trying to acquire. The shift you're stepping into is not just financial, it is a shift in your entire being. You are moving from a state of scarcity to a state of expectancy. You no longer live in fear of not having enough. Instead, you wake up with confidence, knowing that everything you need is already being provided for you. Imagine waking up every morning, checking your bank account, and seeing an overflow of resources. Imagine stepping into opportunities that once seemed impossible, investing in the things you care about, and using your wealth not just for yourself, but to bless others. Imagine making financial decisions without hesitation, without fear, because you know that the flow of money in your life is steady, abundant, and never-ending. That is the reality you are stepping into. But to fully embrace this, you must let go of the old beliefs that have kept you stuck in cycles of lack. If you have ever thought, money is hard to get, or I'm not meant to be wealthy, or success is for other people, not for me, then you have been unknowingly blocking the abundance that was always meant for you. These thoughts are not just ideas, they are energy, and when you carry energy that contradicts prosperity, you push wealth away from you. But the good news is you can shift. You can release those limiting beliefs and replace them with new ones. You can start affirming, money flows to me easily. I am worthy of unlimited wealth. Opportunities and prosperity come to me effortlessly. This is not wishful thinking. It is aligning yourself with divine truth. What you speak, you create. What you believe, you manifest. The more you think and speak from a place of abundance, the more you will experience it. Faith is not just believing when you see evidence. Faith is believing before the evidence appears. Faith is knowing that even if you don't see the money yet, it is already on its way. Faith is trusting that the universe is working behind the scenes, orchestrating the perfect opportunities, aligning the right people, and creating the circumstances that will bring you into financial freedom. When you embrace this mindset, you stop chasing wealth, and wealth starts chasing you. You no longer operate from a place of fear or desperation. Instead, you walk with confidence, knowing that everything you need is already being prepared for you. You trust the process, you stay open, and you allow the flow of abundance to come into your life with ease. The floodgates are opening. The shift has already begun. You're not just stepping into financial prosperity, you're stepping into a new identity, one where wealth is a natural extension of who you are. There's no more fear, no more struggle, no more wondering if you will ever reach the life you've always dreamed of. It is already yours. It is already unfolding. All you have to do is receive it. You did not arrive at this moment by accident. Your life has a purpose, and that purpose is leading you toward unstoppable success. Every experience, every hardship, every moment of doubt, none of it was random. It was all a part of a greater plan that is now coming into focus. What once seemed like a series of unrelated struggles was, in reality, a carefully woven path leading you towards something far greater than you could have imagined. You are walking the exact path you were meant to walk, and now you are on the brink of stepping fully into your God-ordained destiny. Purpose is the force that fuels greatness. It is not wealth alone that creates success, but the passion and conviction behind it. Your purpose is the fire that ignites your ambition, the compass that guides you through life's storms, and the foundation that holds you steady when challenges arise. You were born to achieve great things. This moment in time is when everything starts to align in your favor, when you step into your true calling. Success is no longer a question of if, it becomes inevitable. Think about David. A mere shepherd boy, overlooked and underestimated, yet he carried within him a king's anointing. Before he ever wore a crown, he faced lions, bears, and giants. His struggles were not signs of failure, they were training for his destiny. If he had never fought in the wilderness, he would have never been prepared to stand before Goliath. The same is true for you. Every challenge you have faced has been preparing you for what is coming next. You were not rejected, you were refined. You were not delayed, you were developed. Now is the time to step forward with confidence, because your purpose is ready to make way for you. A man's gift maketh room for him, and bringeth him before great men. Proverbs 18:16. The road to success is rarely smooth. It will test your patience, your strength, and your faith. There will be moments when you feel like the world is against you, when you question whether you have what it takes to keep going. But the difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not talent or luck. It is resilience and faith. Faith is not just believing when things are going well. Faith is believing when nothing makes sense, when everything seems impossible, when all you have is a promise and no evidence to prove it. It is in these moments that true success is birthed. Your faith is what carries you through the storm and into the light. Your resilience is what turns obstacles into stepping stones. Every great leader, every successful entrepreneur, every world changer has faced setbacks, but they refuse to be defined by them. And neither will you. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. There is nothing more powerful than a person who refuses to quit. Your breakthrough is coming. The struggle was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to position you for something greater. And when you emerge on the other side, you will not just survive, you will thrive. One of the hardest things to do is to surrender control. We want things to happen now, on our timeline, according to our plans. But divine timing is everything. You may feel ready, but God knows exactly when you need to step into your abundance. Just as the seasons change without effort, wealth and success will come to you at the appointed time. Your job is not to force the timing. It is to trust that it is already set. Think of some days the waves are calm and steady. Other times they come crashing in with force. Wealth and success move in a similar way. There will be seasons of steady growth, and there will be moments where blessings come in sudden, powerful waves. Your responsibility is to surrender to the rhythm of divine flow and trust that every moment is leading you to your highest good. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. The wealth, the opportunities, the success, it is already aligned for you. It is not being withheld, it is being prepared. You are not waiting on it, it is waiting on you to step fully into your faith, your resilience, and your purpose. When you do, nothing will be able to stop you. There is a deep, unshakable power in surrender. Not the kind of surrender that means giving up, but the kind that means letting go and trusting something greater than yourself. When you release the pressure to control every outcome, you allow God to move in ways that are far beyond what you could orchestrate on your own. Divine timing is not a delay, it is a perfect alignment. Everything you need is already set in motion, making its way toward you at the precise moment you are truly ready to receive it. Think of the waves of the ocean. Some days they roll in gently, softly kissing the shore. Other days they crash in with force, shifting the landscape in an instant. Wealth and success move the same way. There will be seasons where abundance flows to you gradually, allowing you to adjust, learn, and grow. And then there will be moments when prosperity floods into your life so suddenly, so overwhelmingly, that it will feel as if you've been carried to an entirely new reality overnight. Your role is not to fight against the current, but to trust that it is always moving in your favor. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. Isaiah 41:13. The future before you is filled with limitless opportunities. Opportunities that will allow you to live without restriction, to pursue your dreams without hesitation, and to step fully into the financial freedom that has always been meant for you. But this is not just about wealth for wealth's sake. This is about confidence, about certainty, about knowing that you will always have more than enough. You will no longer spend money out of fear, out of scarcity, out of survival. Instead, you will spend with wisdom and joy, fully trusting that your resources are continually replenished, that what you give comes back multiplied, that your prosperity is not fleeting, it is a permanent state of being. This is the life that awaits you. A life where abundance is the norm, not the exception. A life where you are free to say yes to the experiences that once felt out of reach. A life where you give back in ways you never imagined, where your success doesn't just change your life, but transforms the lives of those around you. Because true prosperity is not selfish, it is expansive. It ripples outward. Your blessings are not meant to be hoarded. They are meant to flow through you to bless your family, your community, and even strangers you may never meet. Give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Proverbs 11:24-25. As you step into this new season of limitless opportunity, remember that you are worthy of every blessing that comes your way. You have earned this through your hard work, your perseverance, and your unwavering faith. The struggle you endured was never for nothing. It was shaping you, preparing you, molding you into the person who is ready for this next level of abundance. And now, the door is open. The chapter of lack and uncertainty is closing. A new chapter, one of wealth, ease, and joy, is beginning. And it is going to be even greater than you ever imagined. You may not always see it, but the universe has been working behind the scenes all along. Every step, every moment, every challenge was leading you to this transformation. The highs and lows were never random. They were guiding you toward your destiny. Nothing has been wasted. Everything has been perfectly orchestrated to bring you to this moment. The connections you need, the resources you require, the breakthroughs that will change your life, they are already aligned, waiting for you to step forward in faith. The universe does not just throw opportunities out at random. The opportunities designed for you were crafted with your name on them. They were woven into the very fabric of your existence, placed along your path so that at the right time, in the right season, you would step into them with confidence. And that time, it is now. There are hidden treasures waiting just beneath the surface. Opportunities disguised as ordinary moments. Divine connections you haven't yet noticed. Breakthroughs that are about to be revealed. It is easy to believe that success only comes in grand, obvious ways. But often, the most powerful shifts happen quietly at first. A new idea, an unexpected conversation, a door that suddenly opens. It is in these small moments that the seeds of transformation are planted. Consider the story of Ruth. She was a widow, a foreigner, someone with no status or security. And yet, because she was willing to take a step of faith, to walk into an unfamiliar future, she found herself in a field that would lead to her ultimate destiny. What seemed like an ordinary opportunity, gleaning leftover grain in Boaz's fields, was actually the beginning of a divine setup that would change her life forever. The same is happening for you. What may seem like a small moment, an insignificant decision, could be the key to unlocking everything you've been praying for. Your energy, your thoughts, your words, and your actions play an enormous role in attracting wealth into your life. You are a magnet for the reality you believe in. Positive energy is a force, and when you radiate it, when you align with it, everything you desire begins to move toward you effortlessly. The moment you shift your mindset from fear to faith, from scarcity to abundance, from doubt to certainty, the moment everything changes. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Wealth is not just about money. It is about energy. It is about stepping into the frequency of abundance, about knowing deep in your soul that success is not a matter of luck, but of alignment. And when you are in alignment, money, opportunities, and prosperity flow to you like water. Not through struggle, not through desperation, but through trust. Trust, openness, and confidence in the divine plan unfolding before you. Your next step is simple: release. Surrender. Trust. Let go of the need to control every detail, and instead, allow abundance to find its way to you in ways you never expected. Open yourself to the flow of limitless prosperity. Step forward with unwavering faith, knowing that the best is yet to come. There is a profound truth that has been known by the wisest, wealthiest, and most successful people throughout history. Gratitude is the key to unlocking abundance. When you choose to focus on what is good, what is possible, and what is already present in your life, you align yourself with the divine flow of blessings. Have you ever noticed that when you wake up feeling grateful, everything seems to fall into place? That unexpected opportunities arise, people are drawn to your energy, and circumstances shift in your favor? This is not a coincidence. This is the power of gratitude at work. Gratitude is a signal to the universe, to God, that you recognize the blessings you already have and that you are ready for more. It is not passive, it is an active force that amplifies your ability to attract wealth, success, and joy. In contrast, when you dwell in negativity, when you focus on what is missing, on what isn't working, or on fear, you build walls that block your blessings from reaching you. Doubt, worry, and limiting beliefs act as barriers that keep abundance just out of reach. The moment you replace them with faith, confidence, and a deep appreciation for what you already have, those barriers dissolve. Doors that once seemed locked will suddenly swing open. Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. But gratitude alone is not enough. You must also have a clear vision. A vision is more than a fleeting wish, it is the blueprint of your future. The greatest achievers in history did not stumble into success by accident. They saw it in their minds before it ever became real. They visualized their goals, they focused on them daily, and they moved with certainty toward them. Think of Noah. He was given a vision of something that had never been seen before, a flood that would reshape the world. He did not have proof. He did not have immediate results. But he had faith in what had been revealed to him, and so he built the ark. He acted on the vision long before the rain ever came. That is the power of clarity and faith. When you hold a vivid, unwavering vision of the life you desire, you set forces in motion that conspire to bring it into reality. Write down your vision. Where do you live? What does your financial freedom look like? How does it feel to wake up every morning knowing that wealth is flowing to you effortlessly? The clearer you are, the stronger the magnetic pull toward your dreams. Your mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It simply moves toward what it is consistently focused on. By focusing on success, wealth, and limitless opportunity, you shape your external reality to match the vision inside of you. Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. Habakkuk 2:2. Yet, even with gratitude and vision, there is one more key that can't be ignored: the power of surrender. Surrender is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is the boldest act of faith you can make. It is trusting that what is meant for you will come in divine timing. It is knowing that you do not have to force, struggle, or exhaust yourself trying to make things happen. Instead, you align, you trust, and you allow. Think about a river. It does not force its way around obstacles, it simply flows. Sometimes it moves gently, sometimes it rushes forward with force. But it never doubts its course. This is how abundance works. There will be times when wealth and success come in a steady, peaceful stream. Other times, it will arrive in powerful waves that transform your life overnight. Your job is not to resist the flow, but to trust that you are always being carried exactly where you need to be. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Surrendering does not mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means taking inspired action while trusting that the results are already on their way. It means releasing fear, doubt, and the need to control everything. It means believing so deeply in your success that you no longer worry about how or when it will arrive. You simply know that it will. When you surrender, you step into a state of ease, of confidence, of divine flow. And in that state, miracles happen. The life of abundance you seek is not something you must chase. It is something you must allow. It is already on its way to you. Trust that it will come in the perfect time. Your vision is unfolding, your dreams are manifesting, and everything you desire is drawing closer to you with every step of faith you take. Change is often uncomfortable. It disrupts what is familiar, challenges our sense of security, and pushes us into the unknown. But what if I told you that change is not your enemy? It is your greatest ally. The truth is, without change, there is no growth. Without change, there is no breakthrough, no transformation, no abundance. The people who reach their highest potential are not those who cling to the past, but those who step boldly into the future, ready to embrace what is coming next. Look at the changing seasons. Spring cannot emerge unless winter releases its hold. Flowers do not bloom until they have first been buried in darkness. Every shift in nature is a sign that new life is coming. The same is true for you. If you feel like you're being shaken, if things around you seem uncertain, if doors that once felt stable are now closing, do not fear. This is not an ending, this is a divine transition. You are being repositioned for something greater. New doors are about to open. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43:19. Change is not just about external circumstances shifting, it is about internal transformation. Your mindset, your beliefs, your habits, these must evolve if you want to step into a new level of wealth, success, and freedom. You cannot enter a season of prosperity while holding on to a scarcity mindset. You cannot receive new blessings while clinging to old limitations. When you embrace change, you break free from the patterns that have kept you stuck and step into a new reality where abundance flows effortlessly. The greatest success stories belong to those who dared to are the unknown. Think of Abraham, called to leave everything familiar to journey toward a promised land he had never seen. He did not know what lay ahead, yet he trusted the unseen forces guiding him. And because he had faith in the process, he stepped into a future filled with wealth, favor, and divine blessing. The forces of abundance are already at work in your life, moving in ways you may not yet understand. Just because you cannot see something does not mean it is not real. You cannot see the wind, yet you can feel its power. You cannot see the roots of a tree growing beneath the soil, yet they are laying the foundation for a mighty oak. The same unseen forces that guide the stars, that shift the tides, that bring seasons into alignment, are working right now to bring you into the greatest chapter of your life. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. Romans 8:28. Trusting in what you cannot yet see is one of the most powerful steps you can take. Abundance is already flowing toward you. The right opportunities, the right people, the right circumstances, they are aligning behind the scenes. The key is to let go of fear, surrender the need for complete understanding, and step forward in faith. The moment you do, you will begin to see wealth, success, and joy manifest in ways you never expected. But here's something important: success is personal. Society often tries to define success in terms of numbers: a high-paying job, a luxury car, a large bank account. But true wealth is not just financial. It is freedom. It is peace. It is the ability to design your life on your own terms. What does success look like for you? Is it the ability to travel whenever you want? To spend time with the people you love? To wake up every morning with a sense of purpose? Is it being able to give freely? To make an impact in the lives of others? To experience life without constant stress about money? Now is the time to redefine what wealth means for you. When you create a vision of success that aligns with your deep desires, everything else falls into place. Wealth is not just about accumulation, it is about expansion. It is about stepping into a state of overflow where you have more than enough to bless yourself and those around you. It is about creating a life that excites you, inspires you, and allows you to live in full alignment with your purpose. And my God shall supply all your needs according to His riches and glory by Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. So, as you stand on the edge of this new chapter, do not fear change. Embrace it. Step into the unknown with confidence, knowing that something greater is waiting for you. The old is falling away to make room for the new. You are not losing, you are gaining. You are stepping into a reality where abundance flows, where opportunities come with ease, and where you are no longer bound by limitations. Your best life is not ahead of you. It is here, waiting for you to claim it. Everything you have heard, every word spoken in this message, has been leading you to this very moment. This is not just another video, another message, another fleeting piece of inspiration. This is a divine confirmation that you are stepping into the greatest chapter of your life. The shifts you have been sensing, the transformation you've been yearning for, the financial freedom, the opportunities, the peace, it is all aligning for you right now. You were never meant to live in lack. You were never meant to struggle endlessly, wondering if things will ever change. Abundance is your birth.